Hello, Megan. Good
Yeah,
afternoon. Um,
nice to see you. It's been a while, Jim.
it has been a while, and we must start out by saying that we have deceived and that we are apologetic about that, just a little bit apologetic, but not a whole lot apologetic. Um, 20 years or so ago, our organization got together and started talking about what we needed to do to keep young people uh, engaged and working in Tennessee. Yeah, you've got a lot of friends. Um, One of the things that we decided to do was to make sure young people got to meet the Postmas. And Pat is here today to talk about the thing that we created at that point in time. Pat, I'm going to turn this over to you.
Right. Megan, I'm delighted to meet you, and you are very important to our future. I have spent virtually my whole life in Oak Ridge and truly appreciate the legacy of our beginnings. The Army, of course, built the buildings and the workplaces and the housing, but it was the people who built this community. The Oak Ridge Playhouse started in 1943. The orchestra started a year after that. All of these community sponsored, and they are still here today and they excel. I think about the Children's Museum, which started because of the determination of a few people in one room of a school that was unused, and it's a community treasure today. That and everything else good that happens because people like you and like me and the other people in this room believe it should happen, and they go and get going and make it happen. Great towns cannot exist unless there are people who care. The medal that ETech created in 2005 recognizes two critical aspects that we need to create the best Oak Ridge. One of those is outstanding professional skills and achievements, and the other is inspired community involvement. The Young Professionals Medal celebrates people who bring both of those in one package, and that's you. From Tom Mason, who got the first medal in 2005, to Rebecca Crow in 2012, and Brad Spears in 2019, we've recognized a diversity of professions and a diversity of community contributions. These people and the work they do in their day jobs are creating our future. And in our community, our best future depends on people like you. As one of the two recipients for 2021, we salute you today, and we support what you're doing and what you're doing in our community. You are making an impact in both those ways. Naomi Asher was our winner in 2018, and I'm delighted to ask Naomi to tell us a little more about you.
Megan, it's such an honor to be here today, talking about all of your many accomplishments. So you have been at CNS for a long time, over 11 years, I believe, and have been involved in all kinds of different things there, in many different positions. And one thing is consistent that everybody has said, and that is that you always do over and above what it is that you are being asked to do. You consistently knock it out of the park and throw yourself into everything 100%. From the community side, I can definitely attest to that. From the Children's Museum board, your experience with Leadership Oak Ridge, your work with Women in Nuclear and Introduce a Girl to Engineering. All of these organizations you have thrown yourself into 100%. When you were asked to come onto the United Way board, I don't know if you knew you were pregnant yet. I don't think we knew yet, but even through that, you said yes, and not only said yes, but I don't even know if you took a break at all for your maternity leave. As far as those commitments went, it was just they're 100% and consistent and helping and jumping in. that detail oriented. Several people have agreed with this, that when there's anything wrong, any typo or number or decimal in the wrong place, boy, you're going to catch it and ask those questions and make sure that we're all on the top of our game. And not only that, but following through to make sure that there were no deeper issues and doing the work as well as just pointing out what the concerns might be. So it is a joy to have you in this community. Our nonprofits are so much better and stronger because you are so involved. It is just a thrill to be able to award you with this today. So congratulations, Megan.
Bravo.
Thank you so much, Pat. And thank you, Naomi, my husband, Greg, for me.
Yay.
This is fantastic. And Pat, it's you. Thank you, guys. This is such an honor. We use the eTech building all the time for our continuous improvement classes. And I get to look at that wall and be inspired by all of the people who have won this award and think, man, they've done some awesome stuff in the community. And honestly, it's hard to put myself in comparison with them. Just so many people who are on the board who show such huge altruism for our people, for our community, and it's such an honor. Thank you so much for nominating, to those who nominated me and for the committee who chose me. This is incredibly exciting. So thank you very much.
Well, there's some other people in the room that want to talk to you, including almost every one of your bosses, starting with Ted and going all the way to Michelle Riker, I believe is still here. But I'm going to give Ted the first right of commenting here today.
Thanks, Jim, and congratulations and surprise. It was priceless watching your face when you came online and saw who else was on here, including your family. That was so special. So Megan, congratulations. This is such a special award for a remarkable leader. And Naomi hit a number of things that you bring to the workplace, you bring to the office, you bring to any team that you're on. You are the complete package. I'm telling that to everybody else here too. She absolutely is. Well, she knows the business and she's got all of the expertise. What she's known for is her passion and energy, and her ability to inspire and just get the job done. That's what people think of when they think of Megan. She pours her heart and soul into her work. And you know that whenever she touches something, she's going to make it better. This is just a great award, because I just think when you look at the Postma award and what it represents, Megan, I think you really embody those aspects of the award, including your drive to help others, your drive to mentor, teach, guide, and coach others, the way you give back, and the fun that you bring to everything that you do. She truly does just brighten everybody's day up. She does not miss an opportunity to celebrate, whether it's a birthday or an achievement or an accomplishment. Megan just makes any team that she's on better. And just congratulations for this prestigious award, Megan. Couldn't be happier for you.
So much, Ted. It's so nice to hear that from you. And I absolutely love working for you and all the support that you give me and our team and our company every day. So you make it easy.
Ted helped raise my daughters, just so you know that, and two of them are engineers, and one of them is a soil scientist. And the eldest, like you, is 3 or 4 weeks away from having a baby. So it's going to be an interesting time in my life too. Bill Tyndall, you're here.
I am.
You have some thoughts?
I usually do have some thoughts, yes. And for sure, Megan, it's great to be here with you. Great to share this time with you. You seem very happy about it, but I don't think you're terribly surprised. At least I get that. But anyway, I think a couple of the words that Ted hit, I just wanted to reiterate, and that's the passion and the energy. There are several occasions when we needed someone, particularly in a group that we knew would be challenging, to get motivated, to be passionate about something. I'm thinking of maybe executive leader team offsites. Might be good to have somebody like Megan there to help jazz things up and get us energized about topics that are really, really tough. I can remember one session that was really important to me too, where we brought in the design labs to talk about what our future would be as a site. And I particularly remember some of those lab folks that are, we love terribly, but aren't necessarily all that great with their human-to-human interaction. And you brought in perfectly a kickoff for that whole meeting that broke down a lot of the barriers that those folks had and allowed us to interact and move forward in a much closer way. And you know, those kinds of ways that you've contributed, it's not just the energy and the passion, it's what that energy and that passion then allow for the value add in whatever that meeting is or whatever that initiative is. It's the result that those things have. It's the oil in the machine that makes them better and makes them go in a ways that provide value that we wouldn't have thought possible. So again, this is a great start, and I'm looking forward to having more interactions with you and seeing where you take things in the future. Because, like I've said to other people in the past, I'd be more than happy to work for you one day. That's it for me.
Well, thank you, Bill. I'm more than happy to work for you. You have been a great leader for Y12 and for our company. And I've really enjoyed getting to work some projects with you. And when I get to do presentations for you, you really, you challenge us and make us think broader and deeper. And it's just really, I'm just really tickled that you said all those kind of things about me, because I just think so highly and respect you as well. So thank you.
I'm going to need a job sometime soon too. At least we'll see about that. Michelle, good to see you here today.
Yeah, I'm glad my meeting got canceled so I could join you all. So I was looking forward to it. You know, certainly the Postma Award is something that's well known in the Oak Ridge community and the Postma family, and the legacy that they leave. So when Ted shared with me that we were going to be having the celebration this afternoon, I said, wow, what an incredible honor and richly deserved. You know, one thing I've heard the words energy and enthusiasm, but one thing that I always equate with you, Megan, is optimism. I've never heard, well, we can't do that, you know, come from you. It's always, we'll find a way. And you know how to rally the right team, get the right individuals with equal passion, enthusiasm, and maybe skill sets together to find a way to yes. And I know we've thrown you in a lot of interesting situations over the last couple of years, everything from how to optimize giving vaccines during a pandemic, you know, to optimizing production operations, but you always find a way to yes, which we all find so valuable. And you do it with a smile on your face and lots of enthusiasm, and bring us all along with you. So I am certain that one day, most likely, you'll be sitting in my chair, because you certainly have the capabilities to do so, and the drive and the passion and the dedication to the mission to do so. So congratulations, richly deserved, and look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Michelle. You're such a huge inspiration to me as a leader. And I have seen you give back to the community very often over the years. I've gotten to see you in person talking at leading ladies events, and get to see you supporting our grants committees. And just thank you for your kind words. It means so much. And again, you are a big inspiration to me and all of the other leaders at our company.
Thank you. There's some other people in the room that I don't know as well. I think they're your co-workers that Ted invited. I know Jean is here to write press releases or something like that. And I know there's some of your family here as well. What I'm going to do right now is open the floor up to anybody that wants to raise their hand and make a comment to. Jean, you're the
Yeah,
first.
Jim, if I could just real quickly, because I think I would echo everything that's been said about you, Megan, but I just want to relate to everybody about a particular instance where I worked with Megan, and that was several years ago when we created the CNS Y12 Community Investment Fund. So this is a brand new committee. There was no template on how to proceed forward. And I witnessed Megan's passion in terms of advocating for the nonprofits she was recommending grants for. And I think that served as a pathway for the other committee members. But the bigger thing that she brought to that committee was we were having a real struggle with scoring. You remember those grants and how to put them in order of who gets what. So Megan took it upon herself to create this scoring document and made the thing make sense. And to this day, 6 years later, the committees are still using that document. So thank you to Megan for that. And just one last thing, Children's Museum of Oak Ridge. 3 years ago, I decided I was going to roll off after my first term, and because I didn't feel like I was making much of an impact. Megan talked me into staying, and these past 3 years have been some of the most enriching, fulfilling times I think that any board member at Children's Museum has had. And so I wouldn't have probably listened to anybody but you, Megan. So congratulations.
Thank you so much, Jean. It's so fun when I get to work with you on things for the Children's Museum, when we got to do the grants committee. This is kind of funny, but I love watching your One News and seeing how smooth you are. And sometimes I even try to like mimic your hand gestures while I'm watching you, because I'm like, I'm gonna be as smooth as Jean one day. But it's so good to see you on here. Thank you, Jean.
She obviously doesn't watch your blooper reel, Jean.
Need to set some higher goals, I think. But anyway, we can all go there. Anybody else want to contribute here? Yeah, Tim.
I had to find my mute button. All right, so yeah, I would just feel remiss. Obviously, I'm gonna state a lot of things that have already been said, but I feel remiss if I didn't say them if I had the opportunity to make it. But yeah, the two things that really just jump out at me is like excellence and enthusiasm, right? So, and those two things I think are far too rare to be embodied in the same person, right? There are people that have a tremendous amount of passion and are really success-oriented, goal-oriented. Those people don't always have the enthusiasm and kind of the positive attitude like the Michelle said too. So those are kind of some of the things that I really, really appreciate with you, working with you for just a couple of years that I've known you. And the excellence piece, I think also shouldn't be, is something can't overestimate or overstate. If I think about, like, we all try to say, if I'm going to do something, do it well, the old adage. You really embody that almost in like everything that you do. It's like you really are mindful about setting, like, what does excellence look like? If I'm going to do this task, regardless of what it is, you just really set out that I am going to do it as well as possibly can be done. I'm going to achieve something really special with this task, regardless of that. So I think it's just incredible. It's been incredible getting to know you and working with you. So while I've restated other things, glad to take the opportunity to just gush on you as well. Just well done and congratulations.
Thank you, Tim. I've been so blessed the last couple of years getting to work for some truly outstanding bosses. And Tim, I mean, I could write a little paper on what I've gotten to learn from you over the years. Like, you've got some skills. And so, so some of the stuff that you've seen me grow into is stuff I've learned from you and Ted. So thank you for the kind words.
Yeah, sure.
Hey everyone, this is probably shows as like a call-in user, but this is Cody Coggin, and this is kind of a different perspective. And I definitely wanted to jump in and congratulate Megan, because I'm on this call because Megan thought this was an opportunity for eTech, like next gen conference, and this really screams how much Megan, how amazing she is as a mentor to me, because she always provides people opportunities to grow and develop their careers and expand networks. So Megan, I just want to say congratulations. this is an amazing opportunity. I'm so happy that I was able to accidentally sit in on this award, and just want to say thank you for being an amazing leader. And you were my manager and boss and leader, and I can say for working for you, it was phenomenal. And just as you mentioned to Tim, I have a million things I could say about you, but many of those have already been touched on. But it was phenomenal, and really enjoy working with you, Bill. I guess that in a mentor capacity, and thank you for helping me out and everything.
I
Hey,
will-
Cody, thank you. And yes, I definitely thought you and I were going to be working to talk about the next gen piece of that conference today. So it's so cool that you were still able to join us. And yeah, who knows? Maybe Cody Coggin's going to be on here in a few years because he's another rising star in our community and for our company.
I will tell you that we are going to have that meeting in the appropriate time. Well, probably in 3 or 4 weeks, maybe a little bit later, so we get through that. But it is our intent to pull that group together. Other thoughts? Pat, you've learned a lot today. What have you learned? Turn your mic on, Pat.
Yes, and I'm thrilled to get to know Megan, and I can't wait to meet her in person. There's so many things. Oak Ridge has so many possibilities, and it's going to take all of us to make us the best town to live in and work in the world. But when I hear things about you and know that you're participating in the community, it really makes me feel good. So I'm proud that we have named you a winner.
Thank you so much, Pat. And I hope to help continue your legacy of building the community. Thank you. I'm truly honored and tickled.
Any more thoughts that we want to share? The hardest thing about Zoom is ending Zoom calls or making sure everybody gets included in them. But I really did appreciate y'all coming today.